Hello, everyone. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Reiki for about 13 years. Super excited to share some healing with you today. So, if you are new here, welcome. If you have been here previously, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, you are guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, I am here 5 times a week. You can check out all of the dates and times, same days, same times, every week in the description below. We're here, this is Friday, so I am here at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., and this is going on at 4 p.m. East Coast US time. You can learn more about my online Reiki classes and certifications, all of my social media, my crystal shop, and my online community Discord, which is free, all in the description below. If you are here live, go ahead and head on into that chat and enter any healing requests that you might have. I will go ahead and for the first half hour of our time together, I will build us a beautiful crystal grid based on the healing requests of everyone here. So if you know which crystals you'd like, you can share those in there, or you can just share the intention and I'll pick ones just for you. At about the half hour point, I will go ahead and briefly explain what Reiki is for those who are uninitiated. And for the latter half an hour, we will turn the music up, we will turn the lights down, and I will send lots of Reiki and crystal healing to you wherever you happen to be. Thank you so much for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure, as always, to share this healing with all of you. And without further ado, let's go ahead into that chat and see what we're working with today. So let's see what we have, everyone. Ooh, we've got some good requests already. Jennifer, good to see you. Susan, good to see you. Cora Carr, future someone, welcome in. Christina, welcome. Absolutely, so many good intentions so far. Okay, so let's dive into it. All right. So we've got intentions including wealth coming in from all streams, doors, windows, and avenues. Oh yes, let's have all of that, right? Let's see, we've also got copper jade cinnabar, absolutely. Central nervous system, absolutely. Hi Jen, just good to see you. Grounding and balance, black tourmaline, turquoise if I have it. I don't know that I do, but I may have some other crystals that have some overlapping healing with that stone. Sodalite, bloodstone, jade, smoky, rutilated quartz, which I have. Heal profound sadness of the collective and light in light of recent events. Absolutely. And physical healing. Yeah, absolutely. I know we're an international audience here. Most of us are based in the US, specifically Philly, hence the name of the channel. But yeah, I think we all know what's going on in the US right now, and it's just, yeah, I've been doing lots of self-care for myself the last few days, and I think it's important for all of us. We have to take these breathers and check in with ourselves to manage our own mental health, but also not just for the obvious reasons, but also so that we can stay engaged. That's important. I'm honored to be here to help support us all through that, offering what little I can in support of the greater community. Definitely black tourmaline. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. Let's get started. Glad you all are here. Glad you all are here. So let's start building some stuff. I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera over to our crystal grid so that you all can see me build the grid along with you all. One of the premises of community distance healing is that of collective chi. It's the concept that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified. So this building a grid together is a way of making that physically tangible and putting that communal chi together. So definitely jump into the dialogue and let us know how we can support you as well. So let's see. Beautiful. So here's our blank space for today. Yeah, dedicating an altar for recent events. That's a really beautiful thing to do. I have a small, like, informal altar, but I've been thinking about doing a little bit more structured work around some things to let's see, we'll start with, we definitely had the request for jade, and the only piece of jade I happen to have, because most of my crystals are secondary to the jewelry and lapidary trades, the only pieces of jade I have are large flat sheets. So I'm going to start by putting that right in the middle there. And so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and jade for fortune and wisdom. Absolutely love that. And we've got, hey Vincent, good to see you too. Definitely helpful for the wealth. Copper, jade, cinnabar, central nervous system for sure. Got some ideas for central nervous system. So for the nervous system, I'm going to go ahead and grab us some Amazonite. It's also great for dispelling things. Well, number one, it's excellent for luck. If you're looking to, like, you know, get some influx of wealth through like games of chance and things like that. I'm not really a gambler, but other people are. It's good for luck. It's also good for things like the nerves, the nervous system, the spine, all kinds of neurological stuff. In addition to coming to terms with change, including bittersweet change. It's also for self-respect, in especially for those who are involved in the caregiving fields, be it nursing, home care, family member, anything like that. So that is some Amazonite, and that's going to be for, definitely for the central nervous system. It's calming, and it's calming in the physical nerves as well as the overall nervous system and in the feelings. For the support in collective healing and grief and processing of events in the US, we've got black obsidian. It's something that we use a lot here in the digestive tract. It's really good for that too. But black obsidian is a volcanic glass, actually. It's highly protective. So especially where everybody's emotions are like up to here right now, and Mercury retrograde. I mean, I think one of the things we don't talk about is that boundaries can be a little squidgy, and definitely that, but also like trauma, and specifically like shocking trauma. This can be an excellent stone to work with. It's great for pets too, and I know a lot of you have your furry friends with you when you're getting distance Reiki, so yeah, we'll support them as well. Let's see, copper, cinnabar. Copper, which helps to move electricity as much as it helps move energy like Reiki. It can help us to move energy through the pathways of the body, as well as to help break up and move out blockages and old stagnant energy. Let's see, I think we're going to put that on the jade. Cinnabar is one that we experimented with yesterday, and I think we all had fun with. Cinnabar is, I'm just taking them out of the plastic bags, you can hear. They're a little bit dicey to handle because cinnabar is absolutely mercury ore. Mercury is not a safe element. Yeah, so this bright red here is the part of it that is cinnabar. I have a lot of the matrix attached so that I can handle it without having to touch the mercury directly. And this is another piece of cinnabar. This is a little closer to what you might find in a rock shop. those little red pieces are actually mercury. And again, there's a lot of not quite mercury space. If you have a house with children or pets that tend to put things in their mouths, this might not be the crystal to keep in the house. Most Cinnabar jewelry is resin and has been for quite some time, but it is fantastic for manifesting in terms of business, in terms of finances, leadership skills, and money. Excellent for all of those things. It's really like a management and a new business stone, and it used to be considered quite the gift to give to like a new shop owner, but I don't know that we want to give mercury anymore. I mean, I get it. You know, where it can be safe in my altar of crystals is one thing. Yeah, grounding and balance. I have seen some of the world peace crystal grids. Maybe I'll put together a video for you guys on that. Maybe I'll put together like a crystal grid for all of us and a meditation just pre-recorded for you to enjoy. Been looking for a way to offer support, and it's just everything seems so insignificant because, I mean, my goodness. Let's see. And making crystal grids is just as simple as I'm doing here. Grab what you have and just go for it. Intention counts 10,000 times more than what's in it. And you can use what you have in your kitchen. You can use like herbs from your garden. You can use rocks that you have. You can use chalk and raw. It doesn't have to be crystals. And remember, any crystal you want to work with that you don't have, you can use clear quartz in place of it. It's absolutely okay. So I encourage you to make your own grids any way that you like. This is rutilated smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is another one that's deeply protective and also helps facilitate optimal movement of energy. The rutils inside, rutilated quartz helps to direct energy exactly where it needs to go. It helps to calm and balance the mind, especially in difficult times. Hello, we're there. It's also great for energizing and re-energizing. So if you're getting better from being ill, if you are trying to keep from being ill, if you've been struggling with like a malaise or anything like that, I'm just going to go ahead and put that right in the middle to send this energy straight up. And let's see. Yeah, copper spirals. Copper can be a pricier element depending on how you purchase it. I strongly suggest looking for jewelry findings because that can be really affordable and really pretty, and you can get a lot of them for very little money. I actually bought a whole set of findings of copper on Etsy. The only people I know that sell jewelry findings only do silver and gold, so they don't really have the copper. But copper, found a whole bunch on Etsy. So if you're looking for things for your altar like that, it's a great way to support small artists and things. Grounding, balance, black tourmaline, bloodstone, sodalite. Got it. So let's go ahead and get some bloodstone. That's an incredible one for anything having to do with grief, with needing support in the heart, and also for the cardiac heart. If your intention is around things like blood pressure, circulation, things like that, absolutely. But when we're having these times of just shocking emotional tumult, it helps to soothe and support the root chakra while supporting the heart chakra. If you look within the green, you may be able to see just small smatterings of red. Let's see, I'll make that a little easier. This helps to soothe and ground that root chakra so that you can focus on your heart chakra for those times where you're just kind of blown wide open in a sense. I'm going to actually use a little extra today. I'm going to put some larger pieces with the black obsidian for that purpose. Then I'm going to go ahead and place some right in here with the amazonite. Now these scarabs, I actually got them working in trade for doing Reiki sessions when my studio, my healing studio, was located on Jewelers Row in Philadelphia. And he had lots of stones as a stone dealer, and the scarabs were ones that had fallen out of like style, because of course jewelry, like anything fashionable, it's very trend based. And of course scarabs were super popular in the 70s and 80s. People would get a scarab bracelet or necklace even custom made with the different stones that they wanted to work with. So they'd pick the stones according to what healing they wanted to bring into their lives. These were never used. They were never set into any jewelry. But thinking about, the scarab is all about transformation, and, sacred in Egypt. It just is really powerful, lending itself to our grids here. And we've got all the different healing for all of us as we put it together into a grid. So yeah, these would have been great to wear. We see them now today as like earrings and rings a little bit more. Yay! Hello, Tales from the Script. Oh, I haven't seen the one from the International Reiki Center. Yeah, silver scarab with wings carrying the sun. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the International Center for Reiki Training, I think, by William Lee Rand. That's a good one to check out. It's reiki.org is his website. He also teaches online. He does right now Holy Fire Reiki is his. Tales from the Script, it's so good to see you. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, the copper spirals are so much fun. Black tourmaline for sure. Making sure I'm not missing any. I'm loving the conversations. Black tourmaline for sure. Okay, so I think that's all. So go ahead, I still have room for requests. So black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is superb for keeping negativity at bay. And it's also deeply grounding. It's sort of like, it looks like charcoal in a sense, but it actually works opposite. Like charcoal can kind of be shiny sometimes, but it's usually quite dull. Black tourmaline, if you look at it, it almost looks in a way like it could be charcoal, except it's shiny. Almost like shiny, more like coal. And it helps to basically reflect or deflect negative energy. Living in South Philly, I once made a curtain with black tourmaline dust sewn into it to help me deflect some energy from some neighbors. No judgments, it's just that energy did not need to be in my living room. Everybody live their life, do what they do, but, sometimes it's nice to have boundaries. We love neighbors where doors close and windows don't open right into our living rooms, right? Sodalite. Rose quartz and maybe rhodochrosite. Yes. Rose quartz, rhodochrosite, sodalite. Ooh, bed grids. That's a great idea. Oh yeah, Tales from the Script, absolutely. Wood, shells, stones, driftwood makes amazing energy too. You can even, if you find like a milling shop near you, like any place that would have a metal lathe, any place that does machine work, you can get sometimes like the large spirals of metal that just come off from them milling and drilling and things like that. And that can lead to like some really funky, cool metals for grids. A lot of folks use those to make orgonite, which are intentionally made, like usually made in plastic resin, intentionally made like generators of energy, and they usually involve crystals and pieces of metal and different things like that. So it can be really interesting. Let's see, sodalite. Where shall I put sodalite? Okay, so it's a little on the large side, so let's do this and this. And then rhodochrosite. Sodalite, great for speaking our truth, opening up the throat chakra and speaking. And I feel like maybe my country could benefit from a little bit of that. maybe speaking loudly when it's time to speak loudly. Maybe speaking our minds and speaking our truths. This is rhodochrosite, which it's just superb for the heart center and the highest version of itself, in that it helps us to expand the energy that our heart can hold in compassion, in love, and not only expanding what it can hold, but basically like expanding what is there. It's anytime you need a super love bomb, rhodochrosite. Rose quartz for sure. Your neighbors are a little bit like that? Yeah. Definitely sew yourself a curtain with some black tourmaline. Or just hang a couple pieces, from hooks in the window. That'll also do. But the bed grid idea is amazing. Between the mattress and the pillow topper, like putting it even in the box springs, yeah, that can be a really cool idea. Yeah, rhodochrosite is an absolutely amazing stone. Here is lots of rose quartz, because I think there is no shortage of what we could use right now in terms of that. Let's see. Oh, I know where I'm putting that. Pardon my arm, everyone. Yeah, let's just do all the rose quartz. Let's have that. Yeah, especially for emotional trauma. Rhodochrosite is great for emotional trauma. Rhodonite is also great for emotional trauma. I wear that as my crematory jewelry with my cat's ashes. Let's see, what else could this grid use? Let's do some rhodonite. More scarab rhodonite. You could tell that these scarabs are old because they were carved by hand and signed by the artist. Everything is carved by like lasers and 3D printers now. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, this grid does feel calming. One more thing I think it can use. Yeah, they are beautiful color and cut. Yeah, it's hard to find rhodonite with this much pink in it anymore. It really is. And I say that because mining. Like there are things that just don't really exist anymore like that. Working on Jewelers Row in the way that I did, believe me, I have been spoiled to see things that most people never get to see in their lifetime. And I am very grateful for that. There's one thing I want to add before we go into the discussing what Reiki is and such. And that's blue calcite, because I think that would balance this perfectly. And in addition, blue calcite is one of my emotional stuff hits the fan stones, along with bloodstone. It's for where the heart and the throat kind of have that juncture. They overlap a lot more than we think that they do. We see that with blue lace agate for sure. Blue calcite can help us to really express emotional pain and work it through, especially where we feel like that all choked up feeling, that those emotions get stuck in our throat for energetic reasons. This helps us to really process like shocking, traumatic emotions in a really helpful way. So let's see. Where do I want to put this? I'll just squeeze in as much as I have. Go. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the grid. That is the grid that we have today. Actually, let me turn on a little bit more light. There, now we can see it a little bit better. Yep, that is it. I do have green calcite. Yep, green calcite and blue calcite work so well together. The stone at the top, this is rutilated smoky quartz. These two are cinnabar, which is mercury quartz. Yeah, okay. Good job. Good job, everybody. Well done. Good job, well done. So I'm going to go into that part of our time together where I pick a couple stones for us to vote. We know how that usually works, those of us who've been here before. And while you all are voting on the last stone that I add, I will briefly describe what Reiki is. So go on ahead and chat amongst yourselves as I pick out some more crystals. The bluey stone on the right. This is sodalite. These are blue calcite. These are Amazonite. So I hope that helps. Okay, so crystals for us to vote from. And two came up pretty strong. One is a whole bunch more of blue calcite, like a whole bunch more. My specialty in healing in person is trauma, so lots of that. I have lots of it around. And the other is hematite to help with grounding, to help with protection, to help with filtering out sort of negative stuff, purging out the stuff that we're kind of ready to let go of. Yeah, right? All the blue calcite. You could tell I'm a healer that focuses on trauma. When I have all of that blue calcite for when I treat people in person, like all of these crystals were used for treating people in person, and now, you know, different, but same. So go ahead and vote on whether you would like to see more blue calcite, more hematite. I'll leave it at that. And while you all are voting, if you haven't already, please go ahead and like the stream and consider subscribing. All of that stuff helps me to spread the word about who I am, what I do, and this particular channel. I deeply appreciate it. But yeah, go ahead, vote, and I will briefly explain what Reiki is to anyone who is new to the concept. So again, I'm Danielle from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 13 years, and you can learn all about me, my online classes, social media, and all that good stuff in the description below. But basically, my understanding of Reiki is this. Everyone everywhere has energy. We are made of it, much like we're made of water. We are made of energy. And between us and through us and sustaining all of us and interconnecting all of us are several additional energies. One of those being spiritually guided energy, or Reiki. And in this particular style of working with that spiritually guided energy, the practice I use, Usui Reiki, coming from Japan, their concept of Shintoism is much the same. The energy is everywhere, flowing through everything and everyone. Much as water moves its way through our body and filters out of our body, and it's key to us existing, it's what we're mostly made of, I feel energy works very much the same way. It's so important to our very being that we don't even need to acknowledge it, yet we're constantly cycling energy through ourselves and absorbing it and noticing it from around us. Spiritually guided energy, or Reiki, is one of those energies that really has just one intention, and that is greatest good. The greatest good for you, everyone, and everything else. By bringing in more of this energy, it makes it a lot easier for us to let go of what no longer serves and invite in this energy to fill in any gaps or voids or pockets within us where we could just use some more support. Our body, mind, and spirit know exactly what to do when this energy is there on a very subconscious but very powerful level. Much like we don't need to think about what the water we drink does within our physical body, it just does it. We can just sort of keep on about our day and keep drinking water, and things will continue to work as they need to work. When I connect to this energy, it's an energy force that, because it's flowing through everything, it doesn't matter where or even when you are. Essentially, I'll be connecting with it and directing more of it to you. Your body, mind, and spirit will know what's best to do with it. You can set any intentions that you might have, be they physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, whatever you feel you're looking for today. If you're watching this on the replay, or if there's a more personal request that you have that maybe you don't want to share aloud, it's totally okay. At any point during the energy sending, you can simply close your eyes, take a deep breath, and set that intention out to the universe, and it'll be supported. Because the energy supports us exactly where we are in this moment, you can even watch this particular healing on the replay anytime you want, and it of course will feel somewhat similar, but it'll be different based on what you need in that particular day. During the session, I encourage you to just be physically comfortable. Sit up, lay down, do whatever feels right. Generally, just close your eyes and see what comes up. If you feel like you're going to fall asleep, awesome, great, do it up. At the end, you'll hear my voice encourage you to take a deep breath in and start to come back. And at that time, I'll open up the chat for questions and experiences and all of that good stuff. I'm always here to answer questions. If you're watching this on the replay, definitely feel welcomed and invited to leave questions in the comments or to reach out to me on social media or the Discord, and I'll do my best to help you. Additionally, if this is the first time feeling Reiki energy, you don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent. If thoughts are coming up, that might be just the answer to what you were looking for. If you do feel like you're getting distracted, or if you're not quite sure, just take a deep breath in and out. And if the same things come to mind, just go ahead and let them play out. If you feel like you want to combine this time with some stretches, some yoga, some painting, journaling, making music, whatever, this is your time to take care of yourself. So I encourage you to do that in any way that feels right. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Reiki. You don't need to do anything but be comfortable. The lights will gently move through different colors, but please know that they will not strobe or flash in any way whatsoever. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful session. So let's see what we voted on. We know how this goes. It's almost a false question. I think once we actually decided on one crystal. It's both. It's both. It's always both, because why not more stones? More of both. Yes, so let's put in lots of both. So we've got our blue calcite, and we've got our hematite. I think we are good. Wonderful. So y'all know the drill. Go ahead, get comfortable, chill out, and I hope you have a beautiful session. We're going to go to just past the top of the hour till like an extra 10 minutes or so. So if you're going to be running late for something, I just want to let you know. And remember, I will be back later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern US time. I always take a picture of the grid at the end that becomes the thumbnail for the recorded video. And you can always look in the description to see all of the stones that are in that grid and how they're spelled. I do have my crystal shop, but it's a fairly small crystal shop at this point, and especially for those of you who are international, if you're looking to source them locally, it makes it a lot easier if you know how to spell it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me a way to be of service, especially at this really difficult time. And I so appreciate all of you and the wonderful community that's growing in the chat. So enjoy your session, enjoy the music, and I will see you all in about a half an hour. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Check in with your body and feel free to move, stretch, or bend. If you need help grounding back into your body, consider placing your hands on opposite shoulders or opposite knees. Or stretching down to touch your feet if it feels comfortable to do so. Thank you so much. It was an honor and a pleasure to share that healing with all of you today. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to share, feel free to go ahead and use the chat. And thank you all so much. Today's grid we had rutilated smoky quartz, copper, jade, lots of blue calcite, rose quartz, amazonite, bloodstone, black tourmaline, black onyx, green calcite, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, and hematite, as well as cinnabar and sodalite. So if anyone has any additional questions or anything, I'll be in the chat for several more minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and bring our stream to a close. You are absolutely welcomed and encouraged to join us for the 8 p.m. Or go ahead and at any time you need some healing, go ahead to the playlist of past healings and enjoy any particular one that strikes your fancy. Have a beautiful afternoon. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Jen. Jennifer Vatsa has her own incredible healing channel. She's a Reiki master grad of mine. Glad to see you here. But I'll go ahead and bring myself into the comments, and I'm going to go ahead and bring our stream to a close. Thank you so much. I know I feel better. I'm sure all of you do too. Have a beautiful rest of your afternoon, and I hope to see you again soon.